Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday, my favorite morning of the week. I know I say that every week. I really mean it. Here we are. I'm Colleen from GEDesigns. We are in Chaska, Minnesota. If you haven't stopped in to see us, say hello. Please do. Thanks for watching. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, you can go and watch our show around the clock, which of course, we're pretty sure you're going to want to watch it again and again. Am I right? YouTube and Facebook?
Yes, you are.
All right. And producing this morning is Mr. KP. There he is. Good morning, KP.
Hello, hello, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I love your twins hat.
Thank you. I do too. You guys can't, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of corduroy-like.
Yeah, cool. Love it. Love,
it's a little
love,
different.
love. I'm a Twins fan myself.
I wonder how many other Twins fans we have out there.
A lot. Probably a lot.
I know, but I feel like a lot of our crowd is outside Minnesota.
Yes, yes. We're more popular the further we get from Minnesota for some reason.
It's crazy.
I know. So One Yard Wednesday is the show where we show you fun and creative ideas for fabulous fabrics at fantastic prices. And the fabric today is really beautiful. It's by one of our favorite designers, Patrick Lowe's. So if you know Patrick, you know he does a lot with fabrics that are very bright and beautiful and some fun blenders. Before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the quilts on the set. Behind me is one you'll recognize if you've been watching for a while. This is Ariel, and a really fun layout of Ariel so that the background gives just a lot of impact here. And behind KP, we have Skyler, and Skyler is from the new book, Stripology Quickies. And so what were you telling me about that bundle?
So this bundle that we have Skyler made out of is, actually I don't think it's a pre-order, but it is a fabric that we're going to be getting in a little while. So if you like how it looks, just stick around.
Write down Grounded, right?
Yeah,
you said
it's called Grounded.
Nice.
Let's see. It's by Wyndham.
Oh, it's cool. It's very cool.
I know. We'll be getting that one in a while.
It's a great fabric for Skyler because it really hides the seams in the background, if you will, of the block, and it's just very cool. I really love it. Check that out.
Give you guys a good view of it.
Yes, and if you saw last week's Happy Friday or Tipsy Tuesday, either one or both, Gudrun and Kirk were talking about the sew-alongs for the quilt-alongs for the Stripology Quickies books, and what a fabulous deal that is. You'll get to hold on to these videos for life, and I think they're like $99 for online classes with Gudrun for all of the Quickies, so you won't want to miss out on that, so check that out. Oh, there it is, the Quickies Club.
I had to find it real quick.
Thank you. 12 video classes. And if you've done classes with Gudrun before, you know that she always has tips and tricks that don't fit in the book or maybe too tough to explain to get into the book. So lots of great tips on fabric selection and layout and fabric preparation and so on. And, of course, a few recipes and a couple of other fun things always wrapped in that package. So you won't want to miss that. So the prices on today's fabrics, as always, they're a great deal. They'll be live as soon as the show is over, so sit back and relax and take a look at the fabrics. Before we do that, though, I have a question.
Hi, I'm Otley at GEDesigns. This week's One Yard Wednesday question is, what is your favorite thing about One Yard Wednesday? For me, it is at the top of the show when everyone starts commenting and asking, where are you from? I love seeing the new countries and new places all around the world that are joining us. Awesome. Back to you guys.
How awesome was that? I really love it when members of the GE fam go answer questions for us, and that is, I have to say, some of the most super cute questions that we've had. So thank you so much, Otley and Yoey, for that.
All the way from Portland,
I know.
West Coast.
I don't think that they're Twins fans.
No, I don't think so. Well, Otley might be. He grew up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're, what is it, Mariners probably?
I think so. Yeah.
Seattle Mariners.
Yeah. Well,
Sure we got some other Mariners fans out there
I'm
too.
sure we do. And we're fans of them, so that's what counts. That's what counts. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fabrics that we want to show you today. I have these organized as I would a what am I going to say? A rainbow. I love how that ends up looking on these fabrics, and it's just so pretty. So this line is called Luminous, and as I said, it's designed by Patrick Lowe's, and it's Patrick Lowe's for Northcott. Beautiful quality fabric, really a wonderful texture look to this. So this would be a great blender. This would be a great background, and so I particularly love showing you Ariel because these would be perfect backgrounds for something like Ariel. The first one was Poppy, and now this one is Bubblegum. I love anything named Bubblegum. It just makes me want to have some bubblegum. And it's obviously very pretty shades of pink. And so again, when I'm looking at these fabrics and I'm thinking, how do I decide that these would make great backgrounds? It's because they have that sort of splattered look. And by that I mean they're not directional. When I cut them into larger, small pieces, they won't take on a new pattern of their own. They're sort of abstract enough that however I look at them, they will just go into the background, except for the color that they provide.
It gives it a really good texture to the fabric.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Much more interesting than, say, a solid.
Yeah.
And this doesn't seem to have a very strong design vibe, so it's not modern or traditional. It's just color. It's very neutral that way. Next up, pumpkin. I love pumpkin, of course. How fun is that? And then certainly the brightest of the collection is daffodil. This is a very bright and bold lemon lime green. I love it. And daffodil for sure. And then cornflower. Very nice, soft, medium blue. Again, I love it. And I always love laying these out as if it's a rainbow. I think it's just a fun way of looking at these. Following cornflower, we have spruce. And spruce is a real, also a very pretty green and a medium green. It doesn't look like a Christmas green. It's certainly not a lime green. So this is a very, very soft and medium green, I would say. Now we're moving on to blue. And this one is called Seaside. That does look almost that aqua blue, but still more blue than it is anything else. And I just love it. And of course, we need to round out the color wheel with a violet. I like that. You have a violet in your family.
I do. My sweet little niece.
Yes. Would she like this color, do you think?
I think she would.
You should probably make her something out of this.
Yep. I think Gigi Kara might have to make something.
I'm thinking.
She's going to be a big sister soon.
Yes, I know.
We're so excited.
Do you know if it's a big sister to a boy or a girl?
Big sister to another girl.
Oh, yay.
I know.
Yay. All right. And then next up, mist. And mist is one of those that I'm thinking, of course, I would grab this for sure and put it in my cart because you can use this for anything. And finally, the darkest of the collection, this one is called Graphite. I wanted to give you some yardage requirements for the fabric, for the quilts that we're showing you. Like I said, behind me is Ariel, and as I'm looking at these fabrics, any and all of them would make for great backgrounds for this particular Ariel, actually any of the Ariels. So for a lap size Ariel, you would need 2 yards. For a full-size Ariel, you would need 3 yards. So you could pick any of these colors as your jumping off point for Ariel. And Skyler, of course, is so cool. Skyler is a quilt made of half yards or fat quarters. So there's not a background per se. If you look at Skyler behind KP, you can see that the block and the background are all tumbled. They're all the same fabrics. So a lap size Skyler would be 10 half yards or 5 full yards. That wouldn't give you very much variety. I would probably add a few more. Actually, with 10 yards, you'd get a full, 9 yards actually. 9 yards, you'd get a full-sized Skyler. That's 75 inches by 105 inches. So either of these would make great would make great quilts from this collection of luminous. So guess what? I have a notion. My notion today is from our friends, the Gypsy Quilter. They have so many great ideas, and they really manufacture them so well, so I know that I will have this forever and ever, and I actually have one of these. It's called the heart-shaped, and you can see why, matte cleaning pad. So it has a space so you can put your finger in here, and then you'll use this and rub this on the top of your mat, and it will pull out any fibers that might be embedded in your mat. The fibers in your mat are the things that will cause your mat to fail and age prematurely. So the number one defense for that is using a sharp blade. You'll be less likely to have those fibers. And then, frankly, if I'm doing something like a batting or a cuddle or a minky, I have an old mat that I use just for that purpose because those fibers are very hard on my mat. However, regardless of what you do, you can't get away from some of those fibers ending up in your mat. Even that old one that I use for the minky, I clean that one from time to time. So, and I use the heart-shaped Gypsy Quilter mat cleaning pad, and it's basically just working in rotation, back and forth, figure eights, and those fibers will accumulate on here. It's silicone, so you can wash it, and you're ready to go. That's my notion. I love that notion. I have a whole collection of Gypsy Quilter notions, and I love that they're purple. They look really cute in my sewing room.
I bet you wish they were orange.
I kind of wish they were orange. I absolutely do.
I guess you do need some other colors in your life.
I need a little contrast from time to time. So, absolutely. Well, I didn't do a project this week, and it's because these fabrics stand alone. They don't need me to do anything fancy or cute to show you how tremendous they are. And because we have two quilts that are really great representations of what you might want to do with these fabrics. So I don't really have a project to show you today. We do have an event coming up, and that is the GE Fam Fest and Tent Sale, and that is coming up on September 11th.
That's the start of it.
That's the start of it. So the tent sale is the Saturday, and it's the
14th.
The 14th.
Yep.
All right. So
From
we'll
10
be
to
here
2.
from 10 to 2.
Yep.
We'll be here. There'll be food trucks. There'll be snacks. There'll be fun things to see. Trunk shows some things we haven't done before. So you definitely want to check that out. Before the tent sale, we will be at the Great Wisconsin
Quilt Show.
The Great Wisconsin Quilt Show in Madison. So come on and check us out. KP will be there. I'll be there. Michael will be there. Nancy will be there. And we would love it if you came out. We'd love to see you there.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, we always have fun when we take our show on the road. Alrighty, well, let's look at the fabrics one more time before I send you off for the day to do something fun. Here we go. First up is luminous graphite. Now, this is one of those blacks that is just grab it, put this in your stash. You will use this again and again. All of these luminous prints have this great mottled color, almost looks like watercolor in a way. Very, very cool. After graphite, we have mist, and it is such a beautiful dove gray. And, grays can be pink, and they can be purple, and they can be all kinds of different colors. This one is just a very nice, soft gray. Even as you see it next to the purple, you can see that it really holds its own. And then, of course, violet, named after the cute violet in the Balmer family,
yep.
Right there.
We'll go with that.
Love that. Yeah. This was named after her. Thank you, Patrick.
Yep, thank you.
And then before we showed you violet, we showed you seaside, which is again that seawater blue. So fun and bright and pretty. And then spruce, and it is just a nice, almost a true green. So if you needed a green, this would be a nice add to your collection. And then cornflower. That's one of probably my favorite shade of blue because it's just that natural looking blue. And daffodil gives us that bright, bold lemon lime. Gudrun should have this in her house with all the lemons and limes she's got going on right now. Daffodil. So cool. And my favorite, pumpkin. The orange one is always going to rise to the top for me. Love that one. And I love bubblegum, my favorite name of the day right there, bubblegum. So pretty. And then back to where we began with poppy. So it's again a softer red, not bright and bold, but just a very, very pretty red. The notion we showed you today is from our friends, the Gypsy Quilter, the heart-shaped matte cleaning pad. It's silicone. You put your hand in here, rub this on your mat, and tidy your mat up from fibers. So great. And then, of course, the quilts we have are Ariel, which is behind me. And you can see that this is the layout that's behind me, which is so fun. Boy, now I just want to make, I have made an Ariel. I'm really excited now to make another one. And Skyler. Skyler is on my to-do list. Now, as I lay this pattern down here, I think these would all turn into a really fun Skyler. I
agree.
Love it. And Skyler's on my list. Well, that's our show for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thanks, KP.
Of course.
Good job over there.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. We are so very grateful that you spend time with us and you shop with us. Be sure and follow us on Facebook and YouTube so you don't miss a second. Let's see. Today is Wednesday, so our next show will be Happy Friday. You won't want to miss that. Gudrun and Kirk see what they have up their sleeves on a Happy Friday. In the meantime, grab your Stripology ruler, grab your fabric, and we will see you here again next Wednesday, which is September 11th at 9:30 a.m. for the next One Yard Wednesday show. In the meantime, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.